Welcome back, Anish, to Grand Chess Tour. How important is it for you to care or not to care before such an important event like this one in Bucharest?
Yeah, this nowadays is a big topic. Care, not care. I've talked to professionals in this field. I think I read one book, but I read a lot of advices, snippets of of that, and I find it fascinating. I suspect that these things are very individual and very time sensitive as well. So I think there can be for sure an amazing advice at a certain moment in time for someone. So I'm sure that if at some point somebody tells me something, it can be of huge benefit to me. But I think that what that is very time and person sensitive. So I think if you say exactly the same thing to me at a different moment or to someone else, it could be also very damaging. Because I've had also a large personal experience of these things. I've tried all sorts of approaches, and I'm also very psychologically sensitive as a player. I've seen big impacts of that on my chess. And so I sort of have lots of information I can compare. I can compare different advice in books, the advice I gave myself, advice that others gave to me, or things I read about others in interviews, and they're sometimes so different. This don't care mentality really helps, but what also is very famous, for example, there's this whole thing about visualizing your success. So there's a theory or whatever. These people who recommend it, they say it's a fact, you should envision how you stand up with a trophy, envision how you win, and that's somehow, and there is logic to that. I mean, certainly it can help, but that is the opposite of sort of, although you could say you could combine these two, you don't care literally, but you also envision yourself, but so there's these things, but yeah, there are many different things, and I think that could be of great help. For sure, but I think
have
it's really
hard. Have you checked
hard.
the trophy already for Grand Chess Tour?
I know I'm picturing. I guess my imaginary trophy is less beautiful than what you guys have, but I'm so experienced at this point. I've tried to every different degree of caring. It's really difficult. I mean, the one advice that I've heard, which is pretty good, is that you should prepare like your life depends on it and play like you don't care. But still, it's not enough to encompass everything.
Absolutely. I think it's also important to have a right coach, right trainer with you in the tournament. Is it something what you're trying also to take care of?
Yeah, it's very unclear, how much certain things help and what is what it means. Also, certain aspects and certain advices, certain strategies, like the literally not caring one, the really popular one now. It could be really beneficial in a particular situation. Like in certain situations, it's really nice to not care. For example, when you have last round and you're playing with the white pieces and you have to win, a little bit more caring is nice sometimes, because sometimes you end up seeing that people who don't care, they don't even come close. While when you are losing, for example, in the tournament, then literally not caring helps a lot, because then you are much more relaxed about losing, and then you can recover much better. So these strategies, they're also situation sensitive, and if you always are going for the literally not caring strategy, then you have certain issues. One advice I could give that I think could help some people is that it's really important to appreciate wins as well, because a lot of chess players focus on learning from mistakes. That's what we've been drilled to since from young age, and this is something we all do very well, we're very experienced. But I think sometimes trying to extract something positive from a victory is also really nice.
Yeah, of course. I mean, victories are very important, and in this tournament we have so many youngsters playing in Bucharest, and the field is completely different this year. Do you think that the fact that they're risking a lot will draw more decisive games and will have a very interesting event?
Yeah, for sure. They really brought something new to the game. You see, how game changes through games of young generation, because it was a lot harder for them. They had to break through. And they had also big competition. I mean, we see the people that made it, right? We see Abdusattorov, we see Prague and Gukesh. But how many young talented kids in Uzbekistan or India didn't make it? And they're also very good. And so somehow they managed to beat those. And in order to do that in modern chess, you have to be very inventive. You have to take crazy risks. And they all have a very good feel for what kind of risk they can afford. Yeah, I think that's amazing. And you see that because, there's so much theory now. You would think that chess was going to, get worse and worse because of the theory, but it turns out that you don't have to be a slave to the opening preparation like we tried before, but you can sort of go a step beyond that. You can sort of know that, okay, I can play this line which is the best according to the computer, but I'm just not going to do that, because before we were trying to find the best moves always from the start. And people were having all these openings that they were thinking this is the best way to play, and they're trying to defend their honor and so on. And now you see that people, they just they move on from that. They're not attached to an opening.
Yeah, of course. And my last question, who am I looking forward to play against in this event?
I'm, this kind of guy. I'm very uncool in that sense. I like playing people who play badly and are in bad shape. Whatever, gives me better chance of winning. I'm not like, that I want to face, because you have these people who are like, I want to face the best version of that guy, and I'm not like that. No,
of course, because you appreciate the winnings.
I appreciate the winnings.
Yes.
I need, I know how tough it is, so I hope there'll be plenty of people in bad shape. And but yeah, no, it's going to be difficult. They're all really great. I'm looking forward because every game is going to be a fight.
All the best of luck for you, Anish.
Thank you.
Thank you.